PGO Squad, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Pit Fridays, the podcast. My guest tonight is no stranger to the PGO family. If you've been here before, you recognize him from the infamous chicken video and the PGO pig video. Aside from his PGO fame, he is the owner of Chavers Farm, raising some of the best farm fresh food for his family. When he isn't on the farm, you can find him giving an encouraging word, officiating a wedding, singing at a funeral, or simply making the best impact with his presence. He is a family man that I personally watch radiate a love so pure to the people around him. He has a heart for God's people. He leads them with grace while giving them the tools to strive intentionally and excellence. Help me welcome former singer, Pastor Donald Chavers.
Thank you.
Welcome to Fire Pit Friday. How you doing?
Great.
So it's been a while. What's new at Chavers Farm?
Nothing's new.
What's going on? What's the day today?
Day-to-day is we're still doing the chickens, the pigs. It's time to plant the garden.
Okay.
So we're getting all that stuff in.
What we putting in the garden this year?
Tomatoes, peas, okra, squash. Yeah. Garden stuff.
So when I was there last time, you mentioned buying a new farm. How's that going?
It's purchased.
It's purchased?
Yes.
What's on it? What we putting on it?
I don't have anything but a shed on it right now.
A shed on it?
Yeah.
So what are your intentions with it?
My intention is to raise turkeys.
Okay. Turkey hunt or just raise
No,
them
raise turkeys for Thanksgiving
Okay.
and do some cows.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you grew up farming as a young child. Why did you stick to farming?
I just had a love for it,
Mm-hmm.
which came from my grandfather, George
Mm-hmm.
Chavers, and my grandmother, Lois Washington. It's weird that my grandmother on my mother's side liked farming, and my dad's dad was a farmer.
And what did they farm? The same thing? Chickens, hogs?
My grandfather, he did a row crop,
Mhm.
and my grandmother, she did cows and chickens and all.
So grandma get out there and do her own hog?
No. She didn't do them. She made us do them.
Right.
She just enjoyed farm life. So, yeah, her years of doing it were over.
Mhm.
Is when I was born.
So siblings, how many of it do y'all?
Siblings, it's 7.
Seven, how many girls, how many boys?
3 girls and 4 boys.
Okay.
And then I have 2 other brothers and another sister.
Okay, so I know all the girls. Diane, Michelle,
Uh-huh.
Paulette.
Diane, Michelle, Paulette. Those are the ones that my mother had.
Okay.
We got adopted brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have a lot of siblings, a lot of childhood stories. What is your favorite childhood story? Growing up. I know it's that one story that when y'all all get together, y'all tell that one story. What's your favorite childhood story growing up?
It may not be safe to tell, but I'm telling you anyway.
Tell me.
We were living on a farm,
Mm-hmm.
and we had some hogs, and we were sharing the farm with another dude. And he had older kids,
Uh-huh.
and they were bullies.
Yeah.
One of them was. He was a bully. And so one day he was bullied. He thought he was going to bully me.
Mhm.
And while he was bullying, I went inside and got my daddy shotgun.
Oh.
And I told him, if you don't get off this place, I will blow your brain.
No.
And my sister, Michelle, almost had a stroke.
You know you're supposed to.
She was like, the gun's bigger than you are. I'm like, no, you don't bully me.
Like you was tired of it.
I was tired.
Yeah, you can't bully the wrong people. You was tired of that.
We laughed about it all the time.
Oh my God. So
Because
who was going to put an end to
the
the
gun
bully?
was just as strong as I was.
Oh my God. Sound like Mama. Mama went and got a shotgun one day.
I wouldn't have had anything to do with what I
Please
did.
don't do that, y'all.
But I did it.
If you're being bullied, please reach out to the bully hotline and tell a teacher. Don't go get no gun. Don't do like that.
Don't do violence.
What were your plans after high school? Where did you think you would end up?
After high school, I thought I would be a veterinarian and married and have kids.
Because you love animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
But everything went the other direction.
Took a different
I didn't get none of that stuff. I thought I was going to get.
Yeah, life don't always work out how you think it's going to work. I love that most of your siblings still attend your church. So how is it pastoring families? How do you like separate the two?
I keep a clear distinction on what I'm doing. Pastoring is pastoring, and family is family. And I don't try to I don't try to usurp authority over my siblings. I let the pecking order remain. The oldest is still the oldest. And but in church, the pecking order doesn't matter because I'm the leader there.
Right.
But when we're at home or wherever, the pecking order
It's still the same.
it's still the same.
You gotta follow in line.
You gotta get in your space, and don't get out of your place.
I like that.
Yeah, that's disrespect.
How did you come to your faith? And what was a significant experience that shaped your understanding of God?
I came to faith through my mother. She taught
Mother
us,
Evelyn?
yeah. She taught us Bible comes through, biblical comes through from day one. We had to learn Bible verses throughout the week. We had to learn Bible verses. We had to fast when we were little children. People would come to the house like, yeah, well, I knew you're not making them kids fast. She was
So
like,
fair to y'all starting at 12 o'clock.
she said, if I don't eat, they not going to eat. They're going to be all okay. And we were.
Yep.
And it taught discipline. It taught us that you won't die if you don't get what you don't want.
And it put a love for God in you.
And it put a love for God in me. And the pivotal point was after I graduated, I just had an encounter with God in the backyard. And it's like he just came over me. And I was crying. I was like, what is wrong with me? I don't cry, baby.
You don't always have to meet him at the church.
I didn't meet him in the church.
Yep.
I met him in the backyard. And he just overshadowed.
Sometimes we say, I wish I knew then what I know now. What's some advice you would give to your younger self?
To my younger self, I would tell my younger self to explore more. And don't let my parents' fears become my fears. And I would tell myself, don't allow my parents to live through me.
That's right.
Just go live your life. Because there's some mistakes I wish I had made.
Right.
Because I got older than And it's rough.
It is rough.
When you make a mistake that you were supposed to make as a child.
That's right.
You made me a
So just to live life to the fullest.
Live to the fullest.
Don't let nobody hold you back. Live your life.
Don't let nobody's fears hold you back. Especially when you're not afraid yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't let them project their fears on you.
Uh-huh.
If you're not scared of life, if you're a go-getter, go get it.
If you're not scared to catch an alligator, go catch it.
Come on.
Just because, oh, he'll eat you. He won't eat me.
Listen, I do so much stuff. You got that without that water. I'm going.
Right.
If I can do it, I'm going to try.
This is my life.
Yes. How long have you been a pastor, and what are some of the most rewarding aspects of being a pastor?
I will have been a pastor for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And to be blatantly honest, the greatest reward to being a pastor to me was it made me a better person. It gave me more passion and compassion for others. It made me see me for who I really was, and it was not who God really wanted me. It made me a better person to be a pastor.
Caring for other people made you see yourself, basically.
It made me see the lack of really caring for people, or really sharing with people, or really pushing people forward. Because naturally, I'm a kind of person that I don't really need people. I can just live without people.
Be by yourself, a loner. Do your own thing.
Yeah, because I don't like to be responsible for somebody else.
Right, but you're responsible.
but being a pastor made me realize that's not the worst thing in the world. Especially when you have something to offer to keep them from going down a path that they won't have to go down because you've already been down that road.
Can you cook?
Anything I want.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing to cook is cabbage, rice, fried chicken,
that's my meal.
And sweet corn, straight up corn.
That's like almost my favorite meal.
With butter.
Fried pork chop instead, though. We gave the corn and rice, the cabbage and rice. That's my favorite.
That's my favorite.
That's one of my favorites. Okay, so a lot of Christians don't like to talk about it, but who was Donald before Pastor D? What did your journey to Christ look like?
Before Pastor D,
Yes.
I tried to be my uncles, my uncle Leo to be in particular.
Mm-hmm.
And
How did that work out?
he was not a godly man at all.
That's okay. That's fine.
He, but he loved life to the fullest, charismatic dude. But yeah, he liked to drink and party and do all that stuff. But I can have fun without that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I did everything.
So you were the life of the party.
Yeah, I did everything they did without drinking.
Who had the most profound influence on your life and why?
It would be my mom. It's because she taught us godly values, and she stayed on us.
Okay.
She didn't let us slide one way or the other. She kept her hand on us.
After it's all said and done, what legacy do you hope to leave behind?
When I'm dead and gone, I want my nieces and nephews and godsons to be able to reflect whenever they go, when they're going through any type of rough times, and say, Unc would have done this.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy would have done this to get me out of this. And he never would have let life beat him down. So I can't afford to let it beat me down.
Mm-hmm.
And I would want everything that I know, I want them to know it. I want them to be able to live a full and a complete and a happy life without having to be a burden to any other people. And I want that to be my legacy that I've left that in you. Yeah.
We understand that you're single and content being single. Have you ever been heartbroken or in love?
Several times I've been in love. No, I can't say in love several times. I've been in love.
So tell us about it. People just think you just out here
and I've been heartbroken.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be heartbroken again at this stage in my life because I don't think I can recover. I'm too old. I'm too old to suffer a heartbreak.
They hurt, ain't it?
What?
They'll break it out.
Yes, I can't do that no more. But yes, I've suffered that. Mm-hmm. That. I mean.
And how'd you cope? How'd you get over it?
How did I get over it? Mm-hmm. I laid around and moped and was sick like a dog for a few days and didn't want to talk to anybody. Mm-hmm. And then I got up. I gotta live.
You have to get up.
I got up.
You ain't had no choice.
And a lot of times when you get up, it's not because you want to. Mm-hmm. You gotta get up.
That's right.
And I made that decision of I can't keep this up. Because if I'm ever love again, I got to get out of this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So take us back to Granddaddy George and the farm life.
George Chavers, he was a sharecropper. Mm-hmm. So that means you do all of the work and then split the proceeds. Mm-hmm. So he did that, and we watched him do it for years. And I had a fascination with riding on the tractor with him. Mm-hmm. And that's what got me into farming. He'll let us ride the tractor with him, and he let us pretend that we were plowing the fields, pretend that we were plowing the tobacco. Mm-hmm. Now, we did everything on the farm. We planted tobacco, we picked tobacco, we did all that stuff. And see, he was a tobacco farmer back when tobacco was a big thing. And alongside that, he would grow his garden and all of that stuff. And that's what got me really into doing.
So how old were you when you bought your first tractor, your first animal, your first cow, pig?
How old was I when I bought my first animals? I think I was 15.
Oh, wow. Oh, you started early.
Yeah.
Oh, so you true to this. Okay, so how many chickens did you start out with? Your first shipment of chickens, how many?
When I was younger, we started out with like maybe 10.
Okay.
I talked my mom into getting us some chickens, and we got them from the neighbor.
Okay, so you had 10 chickens. Then you got, what'd you get next, the pig?
We got pigs. My dad bought some pigs.
Okay.
He and one of my uncles had some pigs. My dad bought the pigs, but they were my pigs, quote unquote,
Right.
because I had to take care of
them.
And so that's when we started with that.
Okay. Okay, so when you're not on the farm, when you're not pastoring, what can we find you doing? I know normally you're doing one of the two things, but if you're not farming, if you're not behind the pulpit, what are you doing? Wednesday, 3:00.
Because it's my life, that's what I'm doing.
I'm at a wedding.
I'm doing something, and I enjoy doing it.
Right, I know.
Because if I'm doing it, I like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't try to look for anything outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
So and if I'm not on vacation with family, they want to go to the beach and stuff like that. And I'm like, let's go visit somebody's farm.
What? That's vacation to you? Well, that's vacation to me too.
And that's vacation. That's what I love, and but I'll make an exception because they want to go and cook on the beach. I don't want to do that stuff.
Right, but you gotta go. You gotta go spend time with your family.
Yeah, but one of the greatest highlights of my life though is spending time with my nieces and nephews.
Oh, they amazing. I love your nieces and nephews.
They my everything.
They ain't even mine.
They my everything.
They so sweet.
They can have everything I got.
And they all have their own little personality.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Yeah. When I'm not on the farm, I'm doing something with them.
Your sister, she's a local councilwoman. Paulette. I know you're proud of her.
Yes.
Yes. Talk about that.
Extremely proud. That's my baby sister. And she's just an extraordinary woman, period.
She is beautiful.
And she's she's a counselor, and she gives like solid counsel to people. She's an extraordinary woman. She's about to get married on the 26th of April.
Congratulations, Paulette. Yeah. My girl got a one.
Yeah.
Diane's married is Michelle.
There's Diane and Michelle.
Okay.
And then there's Delinda, my god sister. And Diane, she's got children as well.
She has Chastity.
She's got Chastity, Wesley, Jalen, Jocelyn, and Isaiah.
So where do you see your life in 5 years?
In 5 years, I'll probably be doing the same thing I'm doing now. Telling somebody what to do. That's probably
Farming, pastoring.
Farming and pastoring. I know I'm gonna be doing that.
But taking your church to the next level.
To the next level.
Getting the cow.
In 5 years, I see and project that the housing community will be built.
Okay.
The low income housing community will be completed. Okay. Because I got myself on that 5-year track. When you're talking 5 years when it comes to that.
Okay, so you're building some low income housing for people?
Yes. Like elderly people who, because of the market, the way housing is now, we're planning on constructing housing for like lower income elderly people because the housing market is like out of the roof now. And it will give them a place where they can have a home until the day they die.
What will qualify them for the housing?
They'll probably qualify just because
they're elderly and
their income. Yeah.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you know what side of town you're thinking about?
It's going to be around over near the church.
Okay.
So we're trying to shore that up and make it look better.
That's so good. I'm so happy for you.
And not just.
My friends got motion, y'all. We got stuff going on.
Just leave it like it was. Yeah.
I love that.
I believe in it. If you go into an area, you should leave it better.
That's right.
Then you found it. Yeah, and that's been my whole mantra when I.
That's one thing that I do love about you. I'm not even a member of your church, but I do know this. You expect excellence.
Yes.
Out of your people. If you're gonna do it, do your best.
Yes.
If you're not gonna do your best, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Show up right with it.
Yeah, I don't have any.
And that's something that I've just learned from you from observing.
I have like no patience with sloppy.
I like that.
They'll tell you I don't. If you're doing it for me, that's sloppy. I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like sloppy. Yeah.
I like that. Have it together. Get your stuff together. What message would you like to send to all young men out there?
The message I would love to relate to young men is that you have so much to offer but you just kind of pull it from within.
Mm.
It's already in you.
That's right.
And don't spend the rest of your life waiting on somebody to make you great.
Mm-hmm.
You're already great.
That's right.
You just need to exercise your greatness. Go out and make an impact on somebody else's life, and your greatness will come forth. Make life better for somebody else, and your greatness will come forth. And I would also like to relate to them. Love somebody other than yourself.
Amen. That's right.
And respect people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And give to people.
Give.
Show a little, shed some light on somebody else other than yourself.
Giving. People don't understand how
Giving
important
is so important.
Giving is so important. When you see a need,
Mm-hmm.
supply the need.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait for someone to ask you to give them something.
That's right.
And you see they need it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can help people, help them.
And share your platform, like stuff like that. Share it.
Share it.
Hold it to yourself.
If you find a secret, share it.
That's right.
Help people.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you make people come up.
That's right.
Come up. My thing in life is, if you've served with me and under me, I'm embarrassed if you're not far better than me. It's an indictment against my teaching if you still staying on the same level I'm on. Mm-hmm. If I'm pastoring 300 people, and then you're pastoring 300 people, you should be far exceeding me.
Right. You should be a 5.
I done gave you my soul. What's wrong with you?
You know the way.
You know the way.
I love it.
All you got to do is exercise it.
And I gave you the blueprint. You ain't
right.
even struggle.
And you would never have to feel like you're competing with me. Mm-hmm. Because one plants, one waters, God gives the increase. That's right. Keep it moving. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, Pastor D, so we're coming down to a close. Normally at the pond, what we would do before we leave is we would get the pole. Uh-huh. We would go cast out, try to catch a little fish, but we're not at the water today. Uh-huh. So instead, you're going to eat some fish. So we got some fish frying over there.
Wow.
Some bread, some grits. We're going to feed you good today.
Wow.
Oh, funny.
Great.
So you're a farmer, right?
Right.
You're a pastor, right?
Right.
And you're a singer.
Right.
You ain't sung nothing.
And not.
Come on. I just knew I was funny. And not. Come on. People with something.
They gonna be all right.
Amazing grace.
Hey.
Now behold the Lamb.
810 West Grady Street Extension. I will be there Sunday morning singing.
Y'all, that's going to complete this episode of Fire Pit Fridays, the podcast with Pastor Donald Chavers. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Hey PGO Squad, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to join us next week for an all-new episode of Fire Pit Fridays, the podcast, with special guest Natasha McCullough Canty. I'll see you by the fire.